Recording in progress.
Well, there's been a lot of stuff going on, but I don't care about any of that. I just ate two ice cream sandwiches right before we recorded like a little boy, and I feel wonderful. Take it, Bobby.
It's the POS show with your host, Pat, and his other host, Bobby, and maybe Greg Billette joining us later. And if not, I said that, so now you can get mad at Greg Billette.
No, don't get mad at Greg Boulay. Greg was a wonderful guest. We love having him on. He's doing some stuff with is it his family or his girlfriend's family, whatever it is. He was like, I want to pop on, and probably wants to get away from them, but it's hard to say like, so it'd probably be easier if they're like, hey, what show you going on? They're like, oh, Conan. And they're like, okay, yeah, we'll let you go. Like, what show you going on? POS. That's not a thing. Stay in here, have cake.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm a famous comedian. I need to go do a podcast with my friends now.
Yeah. I've got to do this thing. How much money does it pay you?
Excuse me.
I might get 15% off Silk City hot sauce if I do it.
Yeah, just let me leave. I'll get you. You know that Silk City hot sauce. You know you're a
you guys
fiend.
know. You know, I was calling Grandma a badass Jew earlier. Well, I wasn't calling her that. I was just saying, I mean, she did survive the Holocaust, which makes you a badass Jew.
That's pretty cool.
That's probably the baddest ass of the Jew.
Well, it depends. How did you survive?
I think all the survive. I know what you're saying. If you compares all the survivors to each other, then you can do a ranking system. But if you're comparing just survivors to everybody else, they're pretty badass.
But if you survive because you were so good at blowing Hitler's micro penis. Like, I don't know what the German term for micro penis flater would be, but like that's what they called you, the Jewish micro penis flater, and like literally you became like
Vita Schnitzel. That's what it is.
the Harriet Tubman of blowing Hitler.
So wait, you think sucking dick's an easy way out?
No. I'm just saying, like, if you hoard it up for all the Nazis, do you still get the same credit as somebody who survived the concentration camp?
Listen, how many people do you know have sex with someone they hate because they're just stuck in a relationship? Now, that's basically what it was. Like, I'm stuck in this thing. I might as well make the best of it and keep them on my good side so they don't hit me. That's what you do in that situation. To suck a dick of someone you know killed your family, you know how much resolve you have to have? That's way easier than just boxing for fun against another Jew.
I'm biting down.
Then you're dead.
Yeah, and I'm dying with that.
No, you're not, because it's not kosher. It's not kosher.
Dying with that Nazi's cockhead in my mouth, going out a fucking G.
You wouldn't. You say that, but you'd be sucking all the
going out a fucking J.
I love how everybody likes to be tough. If I was in Nazi times, I'd do this. Oh my God, I'd be sucking all the cocks. I'd be wearing a dress. I'd be doing it all. I'd be like, oh, David Hasselhoff's gonna be great. You guys will love him later.
Kish, cut that for me.
What?
Kish, clip that. Just that. No context.
I'd be sucking all the dick. Whatever. Someone's gonna anyway. Yeah, it would have helped a lot in my other relationships if I just sucked the dick.
Or like, what if you survived because you were so good at killing your friends?
That's what I said. I would rather. Okay, if my choice is I'm forced to kill others or suck dick. I'm sucking dick. I'm not killing people.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm saying, like, maybe that wasn't a good example. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know why I'm trying to come up with a reason to not like people who survived the Holocaust.
I don't know. I don't know why you're not thinking they're all heroes. Like, I can't watch that shit. I've never seen Schindler's List. There's a documentary on HBO Max about the guy who was the boxer who had to beat up all the other Jews in the camp, and they would watch him box and stuff and like kill them. And then he became a regular boxer anyway afterwards. And they're like, well, they call it The Survivor. I'm like, I can't watch it.
No,
imagine that's your life. It's like, I would never end my life in any circumstances. I still think there's always a reason. I don't know what dead is, so I'd always rather be alive. But like, if I had to see nothing but hell and then get out of hell, but then like the only skill set you have is the one you learned in hell, that's got to be insane, because everything reminds you of that same fucking thing.
Like, when you're able to completely rewrite like the human process of trauma because of what you went through, like Frank Vogel, things like that. Like, yeah, you've gone through something. You're gonna be a little different. It's like there are no atheists in a foxhole. Nobody's clean in a war. Like, I get what you're saying.
I think there's atheists in a foxhole.
I don't know.
I know they're saying that you look for a God, but I still think there's some people that are just going like, I would like to be the dirt instead of this guy. Like, you know what I mean? I'd rather just be in there than be over here. It's like,
Yeah.
I think it's something you could lose your. I think a lot of people say that, but I think you lose your faith in God too.
I just
Why
thought
would
that
this be a
meant,
thing? Why would a God make it? There can't be a God because this wouldn't be allowed.
I just thought they meant they didn't allow atheists in the army.
Oh, they're in there. They're in there. They used to call them gays, and now they call them atheists. You're not gonna be. Neither one's allowed in heaven. I think that is always funny though when they're like, "No gays here." Like, why? You know, like, no, I don't know what. They're not good at shooting. Like, have you ever done like a survey? You don't even really. No one even comes out of the closet back then. So how do you know they could be the greatest fighters? Like you wouldn't admit that you got beat up by gays, but like, how crazy would that? I know it's been said, but that army, if they just came out gay as fuck, you wouldn't know what to do. The other side, their shirts are all tied in knots. Hey,
It would.
I wouldn't fight them.
It would, if you were a Muslim and you got killed by the gay army, it would be the equivalent of like being shot with a bullet dipped in pig's blood, right? Like that's got to hurt worse than just being killed by a normal army because they stand
What do you
for
think they
everything
would
you disagree with?
If they had to do a Sophie's choice of that? Bullet in pig's blood, bullet in gay's blood.
I think they're taking the pig's blood.
Yeah, me too. I mean, like hands down. Or talk to a woman.
Not behead my wife.
I think it's funny that Muslims have such an issue with gay people when they don't like to be around women. You would think they just want to be the most gay.
Right.
Like talking to women's way better than talking to men.
Depends. What are we talking about?
No, I think just in general, because I'm a man, so I feel like I can learn more from someone that's not but me.
Oh boy.
What?
I feel like there are a lot of things that you just maybe you could learn better from a man.
No, I don't think so.
Like how to lead a country, how to fix a car, how to
Show
fix
me a country
flag.
that's doing good. None of them are doing good, and the ones that are doing real good are fucking run by the meanest man.
The meanest
That's
what?
not good.
The meanest
That's
what?
not good,
The meanest what?
man. That's why it's not working out.
And then
I think that's a crazy to compare all men and all women with the same mindset is crazy. But I would rather learn from people that do something the exact opposite of me. Like
I get what
have a
you're
vagina.
saying. It's just like I've never been sitting with the boys and heard some ridiculous stuff that you would hear hanging out with some women. You know, just think
Really?
Like that. Yeah.
What's the matter? Okay, I guess in context, we have to remember I have 4 sisters. So, and I have 1 brother. So, like, I've been around a lot of, and my sisters say crazy shit like I do. Like, so I've been around very fun, and they're very funny. So it's like I've been around people like that. Say what I want about things in my life. Most people that I've had relationships with have been people that are very interesting and say crazy shit. And I'm like, yeah, I hear crazy shit from that. I don't really have boys. The closest friends in my life have usually been women.
Yeah, like a guy's never been like, I'm mad at you because you used the last of the ice, but too much water in my water bottle you made for me this morning, and now the water's not cold enough.
See, that's funny because I know everyone does that, like women are nitpicky, whatever. Dude, there are so many men who are like that and get so like male comics. Holy shit. You know how mad they get if they don't get the gig that you got, or like you got like 5 more minutes on a show and they won't talk to you. You don't know why, but it's the same shit. Men and women, it's not about if you have a vagina or a dick. It's how you reacted when your family reacted things, and you learn shit like that. If you're passive aggressive, you got that from some shit. If you're fucking just loud and vocal, I know a lot of loud screaming women, the same way I know a lot of loud screaming men. I know a lot of fucking gossipy women, like I know a lot of gossipy men. It's not about if you're fucking a male or a female. It's how you fucking react to fucking bullshit.
I said now do rational. I know a lot of rational men. I know a lot of maybe not.
Oh, I know a lot of rational women. Most of them are lesbians. Being serious, but like most of them are, and I think it's because they deal with men less, so they can be rational.
Well, is it CTE? Because like a lot of gay guys are irrational too. So like, is it the same trauma that Chris Benoit snapped and you know what he did? Like, does that just come from repetitive pounding?
See, I guess we don't. I want to know. Like, I know where you work. Who there is rational?
Where I work?
There are not rational people at Compound Media.
Sure, Garrett.
Okay, I was talking about personalities in our booth, but okay.
He's
I think
got
you
a
keep
show,
your rations in the
TBD
booth
every Wednesday.
I think you keep your rations in the booth.
Yeah. Yeah. Bill Schultz is rational.
Cocaine's rational. Nothing more rational than cocaine, getting drunk, and fucking losing your mind.
But you don't understand. Like, Bill is actually
No,
probably,
I do. It's
he's
not rational to
probably-
do cocaine.
No, he's probably the most rational person because he'll be
That's
the
what
guy.
I'm saying to you.
No, he'll be the guy who's like, no, you got to stop doing coke right now because there's fentanyl in it. Just wait a few years, it'll be clean again.
I think you meant to say he rations his cocaine well. And he's like, just save some for tomorrow. Come on, Larry. Don't do it all now.
Who else?
We don't have to go through the list because I don't want you to get in trouble at work, whatever. There's enough drama at your goddamn fucking place to fucking deal with that. What I was saying is I always hate when people blanket, even when people are like, for example, there are many women who will say, all men do this and this and this. It's like, no, people who do that. It's we're looking at it one way. It happened to you, so you think it happens to everyone in that way. I've had things happen to me from both men and women that are fucked up things and good things. It's not about, it's individual shit. It's not fucking group. We're not a fucking, it's so funny that everybody wants to say like we're the same thing, but then also break down 40 genders. So then who are they? When do we get their stereotypes? When do we get the trannies be like this?
Well, I'm still kind of operating on the binary system over here, but I've never had a guy be like, hey, can I put something in your butt? Hear a lot of women trying to do that.
You've never had a guy want to put something in your butt. You've never been hit on by a gay man.
I mean, you see what I'm bringing to the table here.
Yeah, you seem like you're fucking a nice guy who will keep quiet.
Well,
and you're not really that mobile.
You clearly don't know me well at all, Pat.
I think in the moment you would be quiet. No, look, you've never been hit on by a guy.
No, I've been hit on by a guy.
You want to put things in your butt? I don't know if you know that.
No, he's never said anything like I'm gonna clap them cheeks though. I've had men say things.
Wait, so when you hit on a girl, you go, "I want to fuck you." That's how you hit on them?
No.
He wouldn't say it, but that was his intentions.
Right, but I've
nice
had
at one
women
point
say,
your pants were down and I was around you going, "Hey," like this.
I know I talk about this a lot, so if you're a fan of mine, I'm sure you're tired of me hearing this, but like women want, that is their obsession sometimes. Like putting something in.
Once again, not all women, just the women that you've dealt with.
I'm running a survey here, and it's coming pretty universal. I'm doing what the kids call a simple random sample, Pat. Where I take
most
like
people that
10%
I've
of
been,
each.
most people women I know don't really want anything to do with that either way.
Right. Okay. So far, the women.
Not everyone's anal, just the ones on porn.
And they don't want to stick anything in the butt. I think you're dating unicorns, Pat.
Nope.
Too
I
good.
mean, I'm not even saying dating, just people I've been friends with too. I just think I'm someone who likes to talk a lot more, learn a lot more shit. I take my time with everything. So therefore, I think because that I meet more people who are willing to take their time and also just fucking really put out there. Because I let you say whatever you want. I'm not even talking about just dating. I'm talking about life. Like I like to learn a lot about fucking people. I think people that rush try to do everything they can to think they want this. I think most women are putting things in men's butts because they think that even though they women keep reading in all those magazines and all these fucking things that even though men say they don't want it, they fucking want something in their butt. They want a lead touch there, whatever. And we don't. And if they do ask, it's like, whatever. I think it's funny that more men are willing to say, put a finger in my butt than, hey, can you work the balls? You know what I mean? Like no one's ever asked to work the balls, but everyone wants you to work the balls. Just work the ball. These ladies and gentlemen both. If you're down there, work the balls. Like they're good times. Especially when you're older, because they hang lower. That's a moment. What are you talking to Greg?
Yeah, he said the Wi-Fi sucks, so it's just gonna be us tonight.
Yeah, I don't know how we come into this. We'd have to like, hey, how do you feel? You're with your girlfriend right now. How do you feel about women, bitches or nah?
Yeah, it'd be rough one for Gregorio there.
It's fine. And yesterday we had a fun one with Dan Brown. That if you're watching this now, the audio's up on the Patreon, but the video should be up soon. But it was a fun. Dan's always fun.
Yeah, and I don't have the same compression on my mic for this episode, so enjoy my sultry tones on that one.
But you're holding it close, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, no, it's good. Roy helped me out with some like plugins and shit to make my mic sound better that I have set up. It's a whole thing. We're good.
I was watching, so like on Instagram, you'll get like the reels, and they'll show you like the reels.
Pat,
if you watch
back
one,
when I was slinging Instagrams, the last thing you wanted was your photo snapped. Think about that one.
What'd you say?
I said, think about that one.
I didn't hear what you said before. That's why I said.
Oh, my bad.
I heard the think about part.
Back when I was slinging Instagrams, the last thing you wanted was your photo snapped.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's a Jay-Z lyric about dealing
Oh.
cocaine. When he was dealing grams of cocaine, you didn't want your picture taken. He's too cool for social media. I'm sorry. It was a stupid riff, and I feel like I've
No, it
derailed your
works.
whole story.
I was just like,
It's supposed to just be a stupid aside, you know?
no, it's fine. I just didn't know it. And I'm like, he's not too cool. He's just a social whore.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, like, I did see a reel today that had when Adele was saying, even though I won this record for best album, Lemonade by Beyonce should have won. And then Beyonce's crying. He's like, girl, you're the fucking best. And Jay-Z's like, yeah. And I was like, well, why is this showing up my Instagram
Jay-Z's
reels?
like, I'm a fuck a fat white bitch.
But as I'm watching that, one of them came up was there's a musician I like named Teddy Swims. And when his thing came up, he's doing a song with what's her name? Megan Trainor. And I don't know anything about Megan Trainor. I know the bass song,
She's
and that's about it.
Transsexual. Did you know that?
She didn't look like that in the thing. She'll think about
good work.
She'll think a woman that was married to a man. That's all I saw. It's not Trainer, it's Trainer.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So she's got some podcast, I guess. And so they talk
Hello,
about
it's
like
me, Megan Trainor. I'm in charge of health of Pennsylvania now.
it's all about the balls. But
No pecker.
but hey, Richard Kish, clip that one out.
Yeah, we're killing it tonight, Kish. Kish.
But so they're showing like different guests that are on. And it's boring. Once I hit one, I start going down a rabbit hole. Like, is this podcast any good? But just like words. But at one point, she had Dr. Phil on, and so they sit on a couch, but they have like the mics, kind of like mine here, where you wouldn't lift it up, but he is sitting back, and he's like this, and he's talking. It's just like what the fuck? I'd be so. I mean, yo, I know you're Dr. Phil. Put the fucking mic down.
Now, Megan, you are what we call in the medical community morbidly obese.
She's not fat.
We're gonna send you to a fat camp out in the woods. It's kind of like where we sent that girl I'm trying to fuck that just turned 18. Bad baby.
I like in your thing. He has people on the show because he's trying to fuck them.
Dude. All right.
I don't think Dr. Phil's trying to fuck those people.
Take Dr. Phil out of the equation, right? You're pitching a show. You go into to Oprah, and she's like, "What's your show?" And you're like, "I'm gonna have on all these out of control, clearly hit puberty early teens, so we can interview them and try to fix them." And Oprah's not gonna hit you with. It sounds to me, Phil, like you're just grooming these kids.
You're thinking the opposite of how they think. First of all, if you think Phil pitched it, you're crazy. Phil being a guest on there, Dr. Oz being a guest on there, all those people being a guest on there, that was Oprah going, how do I make more money? How do I get more magazines out? Take all our specials and make it our show. So my mom is an Oprah cult woman, right? So it's like with the O magazine being in the fucking house and all that shit. So like when they were watching that show, anyone that was on it was the smartest person alive because Oprah said so. So Dr. Phil is the greatest therapist of all fucking time and space. So they're like, we can get people to watch another hour of this shit and buy more fucking magazines and subscribe to more things and come out here because Dr. Phil will fix them like he did on Oprah. But now he gets more time. Kind of like when Jerry Springer was so hot. They're like, hey, Steve, the door guy, you want a fucking show? And he's like, yeah, I'll take a fucking show.
How could I possibly do a show? Just throw a chair. Don't let him sit down. Fucking brilliant.
I think it's better when something like Fox News is like, hey, Trollo. You remember how the Klan threw chairs at people on your show? Yeah. He's like, you want to report the news? You want to go find Jimmy off his tomb? Where the fuck it was? Al Capone's cave, wherever the fuck it was.
Now, Megan, I know you said you're all about that bass, no treble, but it seems like you're all about that cake's no vegetables. We're going to need you to lose about 30 pounds at our fat camp.
I know a lot of people think you said it's about that vase, but I think you ate a vase. You look like a giant goat. I think you ate some kind of like it's not food.
You are the inverted of the hourglass figure people are looking for. You are round in the middle and skinny at the top.
That's not our glass. That's your glass because I don't want that.
Your glass is a pitcher, a big old fat pitcher of lemonade.
You're pear shaped. Not like the fruit, like tooth or something. Like a pear. See what I did there? That's wordplay.
That is wordplay. Now, Megan, you don't
Not
do
like
that.
foreplay, which is you having sex with 4 other animals.
Now, you don't do wordplay. You do what's called eating too much.
You do herd play because you're big, like a herd of cattle.
A whole herd, Megan.
Whore. I didn't say whole. I said whore. Catch me outside. How about that? But you know what? Give that girl credit.
Oh, yeah.
She took a little. She got a door. When you talk about someone opens a door and you fucking kick that door down, that girl turned a career out of a stupid thing.
15 minutes of fame she stretched into generational wealth.
Still going.
Yeah, generational wealth.
She broke OnlyFans like her first day.
That does say a lot about our society that I'm not proud of.
Yeah. Well, think about everything we've ever invented. Anything we've ever invented, someone has found a way to make it involve sex. Like the internet wasn't supposed to be so we could all just get porn all the time, but that's basically what it's become. We do other things too, but it's just a way to see, or not even just porn, but just see the worst of the world. We're like, how do I see a kid fall down? Internet. How do I see naked titties of a famous person? Internet.
One of my favorite former porn stars, Lorelai Lee. They tweeted the other day at like a Christian conservative who was condemning it, like that was a big vaccine activist. I hope you know all the practices you're using, like contract testing, how to wipe down, and like all these screenings came directly from the porn industry. Like they also pioneer so much of the science too, because they're like, we have to be able to be the best.
Right. And God invented everyone, even porn stars. So how dare you? We all love these. If you're gonna die for if he had died for your sins and you can be forgiven, I would just do bukkake and then say, go to confession.
Now, Megan, don't you wish I could sit here and just do bukkake and go to confession too? But no, I'm a doctor. That's ridiculous. You're a singer. You shouldn't look like a cow. That's ridiculous.
Somebody please take that one of what's her name, the porn star who's all scared of the black dicks, and put Dr. Phil's head there. It's called Dr. Phil McCrevis. That's the porn. That's the good one.
Perfect.
But the shit. We were going somewhere. Fuck, I had a whole thing. God damn it.
Dr. Phil
No,
Margera. Dr. Phil Margera. Damn it, Bam. Even the banana.
Oh, that's what it was. So I saw it wasn't in the New York Post. I was looking for dumb articles. This isn't worth bringing up as a story, but I guess, okay, so you know Selena Gomez. We all know who she is, right? Selena Gomez has a TV show with Martin Short and Steve Martin, that Murder in a Building, whatever it is.
Please tell me more. I did not know this, but you just said 3 of my favorite people, so please go on.
Oh, you really don't know that? It's
No.
It's
Yeah.
on. I don't have Hulu, but it's people rave about it. It's
Been watching
only murders
Hulu for the past 2 weeks. Oh my god.
It's called Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm 100. Dude, I'm in. I love Selena Gomez.
Right.
I wish she and the Biebs would have stayed together. But, you know, as the kids say, never say never.
There you go. No, the kids don't say it. It's just Justin at this point. But it's fine. But it's a show called Murders Only in the Building. Basically, it's 2 older guys and her who's younger, and they do detective work of murders that are happening in their building. It's a comedy. It's whatever, but people love it. Season 2 is coming out soon, and they did a roundtable thing. But like everything, when things jump the shark, they're jumping the whale because Amy Schumer will now be in season 2.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on to horses, Megan.
Like you said, you took
Speaking
3 people.
Of a big bitch. Jesus Christ.
But you took 3 people that you were just said great, and I knew like when I said this, whatever. But I guess what was happening was they're at this round table.
A bigger table.
Right. They're doing the round table thing. Any table she says is a round table. That's what I would say. But anyway, she when she sits around the house, she really sits around the table. But they were talking about sexualization of women. Of course, Schumer has to like push all that, whatever. And she's like, it is true that they did that to Selena Gomez at a very early age. They obviously did try to sexualize her with a lot of stuff going on. And she talked about that album cover she had where she was naked on it. And she was young. Like, I don't think she was even 18 yet when she was on that album cover and she was naked. But her legs were crossed, whatever. It's people out did the.
Who in the hell is ripping off my intellectual property rights, taking advantage of underage girls for their sexuality?
No, which voice is that?
It's still Dr. Phil.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a Dr. Phil heavy episode.
I was like, that could have been. I was like, that didn't sound like Chris D'Elia at all. It's like. groom or whatever the fuck he was. It's like, but so
you can save Snapchats.
in the article, she's saying that she felt ashamed of that because she's not a sexual person really, and she didn't want that out there. That's not who she was, but the company did that. But then she started to like apologize for it. And I'm like, that's where I'm getting bothered in the world. Yes, it's fucked up that they took a child and said, let's make it hot and let's do all these things. And she didn't have, and companies are like, let's make money off of whatever. I know, yes, you're going to say, well, she doesn't want that. You're not in there. Listen, just because you took a job and you're trying to do a thing, it doesn't mean that every decision that's made is something you wanted to do. And people shouldn't make you do things more than sing or act or whatever. All I'm saying is we should never have to apologize for shit we did in the past once it's gone. You know what I mean? For people to look like when Kevin Hart had to like apologize when they wanted to apologize again. I know it's the example everyone uses, but it's the greatest example. Kevin Hart apologized shortly after he made those tweets 10 years ago. But then 10 years later, they were like, hey, man, take down, you better apologize again if you want to do the Grammys. Like, fuck that. I already did it. I'm not going to apologize again. Why would I do that? If I'm going to do that, I might as well tweet again and put the shit out there again and then apologize. So I don't understand why people feel like they have to be, and why are they bringing that up? I get you're bringing it up for the aspect of like she's grown and changed, but you're almost doing it so people can go, yeah, you made kids think that was okay. So, are you trying to blame her? Like, I don't understand the whole
argument is she shouldn't have been showing her naked body because she is not mature enough to make that decision, but she's supposed to be mature enough to make the decision to be like, no, this is going to sexualize other kids.
Right. And even if she was, let's say she was 19 when she did it. Okay. And let's say she did make that decision as a legal adult, whatever. And then later on, people are like, you shouldn't have done that. It's like, why? You could do things in the past, but it's the past for a reason. Leave it there. Like, you grow from it, you change. You can be someone who, I love when you meet somebody who had an opinion. Let's say someone who was like a liberal 10 years ago, but they're conservative now. And people go, well, you're hypocritical. It's like, no, we grow and change as people. Yeah, why can't I learn new things and become different? Why can't I just be that? Why do I have to apologize for shit in my past? You used to shit your pants when you were a kid. I don't hold that against you still.
I'd trust somebody who changed their opinion stance more. You know what I mean? Because it shows that they've like thought about it and gone through a change or at least open to other things.
That's the key. Open to other things. When we get back, we're making the jokes about the meeting people and then all that kind of shit, whatever. And I'm writing a bunch of different dumb things. So like sometimes my Facebook,
just to be clear.
What?
You got to be open to things. You, not your butthole, just to be clear. From our conversation earlier.
My butthole is staunch. Like I am not staunch, but my butthole has firm opinions.
Yeah, exactly.
Firm.
It's
just like my butthole is like Clint Eastwood in fucking Gran Torino. Get off my lawn. It also calls Koreans the worst things. My butthole.
The N-word.
Well, when I poop, it goes gook. It's crazy. It's just what my butt says. I'm like,
that would be hilarious. Just it's like Tourette's, but only when you poo, and it's your butt in a clearly different voice.
I'm gonna let you take a second because you can do this wordplay. I shouldn't have to do it. Combine them.
Tourette's.
What?
Tourette's.
Turdrettes.
Oh, I was doing poorettes, but yeah,
I know, but Turdrettes
is good. Yeah, Turdrettes is good. That's great.
Talking shit.
Starring Bill Schultz and Joanne Nosachinski.
Bill Schultz is the most rational person I know.
Yeah, man. Makes good, smart decisions.
Do they still have a show?
Yeah, they're killing it.
I don't know because I haven't watched Common, so I didn't know him and Joanne. I didn't know Joanne left.
No, she's still there. They're killing it.
And they're on the afternoon.
They're on at noon. They're back to being called morning, though, which is good. I was a little worried about them.
What was the other name? It Takes Two or some shit?
It was Back Talk.
Oh, Back Talk. Why?
Why was it called that?
Yeah. What was every show on your thing has a play on words. So like, why Back Talk?
I got nothing. Which is why I think they went back to morning in the afternoon.
But I mean, it starts at noon?
Yeah.
Or does it start at 11:59?
No, most days at like 12:07.
Oh, then damn fuck it. Well, it's the morning in California.
West Coast.
Yeah, here you go.
West Coast morning. And as Gino's pointed out a number of times, most of our fans aren't up that early anyway.
I think it's funny he says that, but I don't get me wrong. I know people love In Hot Water now too, but I remember the height of their personality being at 10 a.m.
Yeah, it was sick.
because people were like, holy shit. I appreciated that. Like when I was watching it a bunch, I'm not a huge fan of what Morning was doing, but to me, I'm also not a huge fan of like Regis and Kathy Lee or whatever the fuck it was now later on, whatever they did those shows, those morning shows. And that was like a crazy person's version of that show. So I like that if you're doing a morning show, they did a more intense version of that morning show.
Absolutely.
And that's what I liked about it leading into this thing that should not have been on at 10 a.m. Like at all. That was not what you wake up to.
No, not at all. Who wants to see that at 10 a.m.? But it was great. And what I like about Bill and Joanne is it truly develops their own kind of sense of humor. Like it's very witty, like because they're playing. It's a fun show. I enjoy it every morning.
No, I was joking about the rationality, but yeah, Bill is wonderful as a host of a TV show thing.
And as far as talents goes, Joanne might be the most talented person at Compound.
Oh yeah.
Literally, I'm just waiting for somebody who, in real Hollywood, to discover her. Because, like, she can act. She can have a conversation. And she's smart. Like, she knows politics and how to talk about that stuff, too. Or when not to. Like, it's crazy.
I wonder if the Compound tag hurts her.
I don't think that show's particularly heavily branded with the Compound tag.
I think most people don't even think about the show you're on. They just hear the thing and then go, you know what I mean? The ones that care about that.
Maybe. I mean, she gets
they don't even
work, so it's not a big deal. I think she's one big breakaway, to be honest with you. I think she'll be bigger than Schumer. Speaking of how big Amy Schumer is, the roundtable. You were talking about the show.
Well, we already got through all that. I was just saying that she brought up that point, whatever. And it kind of got me to the point of what I was talking about earlier. I think and I was writing this thing on Facebook because I've been writing this other stuff. So I throw premises of things I'm writing on there. And then people message me and go, are you okay? And I'm like, my God, it's not about me. And first of all, I don't know you. So you wouldn't know if I was okay or not. Don't message me, stranger. But okay. I've had to block a couple. You said before about how women are. I get more men getting very like not understanding personal space or boundaries. Especially male comics, like younger ones, like
they're
coming up to
bond, yeah.
But like they obviously are not. They don't know how to be social, and they're also like scary. It's like we have to remember that comedy doesn't charge or take applications, so you can just be in, and you can also be fucking nuts. Like we joke, we have Ben Ortiz on, and I love Ben because Ben is just trying his best to fucking survive through the deck he was handed. But Ben's a schizophrenic. And I know him, and we've had him on the show, and Ben's had some issues in life. We're lucky he's not trying to kill us, but there's times when people said to me, hey, man, stay away from that guy because he looks like he's very upset. When I throw him meds, whatever could happen. I'm not saying about him. I'm just saying in general. So, like, there are people that will reach out to me. I've had some women stalkers, but the men outweigh it. And it's not about, like, sexual. It's just literally about, like, saying crazy shit to me and going, I know you, man. Like, I've had this stand thing where it's like, I'm like you. Like a lot, like, and I've had to block them, and then they get all fucking crazy and then go nuts on people, and then I join up with other people that hate me, and they join like a group. they have torches and shit. But what I'm saying is, I wrote something on Facebook today that I've been working on a thing where it's like, and it's not really about dating apps, but I said that at first. I think it's funny when you have a dating app, you have to have a bio, because a bio everyone thinks means this is who I am, like you're done. And I don't want to meet anyone that's done. Like when someone says like, I want these things and this is all the things I am. It's like, how do you know who you are yet? Like, I don't want to be on anybody boring like that. I want to say, all I want to see is work in progress. That makes me know that I want to meet you because I can learn from you and not have you already say, fuck it, I'm this thing and I'm always going to be this thing. Because you don't even know what you are. That's just what you think people want to see. That's just the ingredients on the box you're putting out so people will buy the fucking product. You don't know what the fucking put there. I hate that shit. Chuckling.
Well, I'll tell you why I was chuckling in a second. But that is the kryptonite of me. Anytime somebody's like, I'll make you a website, just send me a bio. It's like, nah. Because you're right. Like, anything you say about yourself feels braggadocious.
Or the opposite.
It's you haven't accomplished it yet. You're not done. You could do more. So, like, why would you be like, this is me? It's just weird, yeah. It's almost like a resume for friends.
I know what you mean. It's
like
it's not even a friend. It's almost like you're fishing. You know that you could use a weird bait, and that bait will catch all the things you want. but you'd rather everyone see the normal bait and just catch the things that everyone thinks you should have.
What's worse, that or like the trendy bios, where you see one like a year or like a season, and it's the same one that everybody who's like a Visco girl or something has. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
No, without a doubt. But I actually appreciate that more because that means that person was like, I have no idea what to write. And instead of, I don't like the one where they're putting out their baggage. Like, I don't understand. That's
tough.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't need no fucking cheating, talking shit, having drama. It's like that was a person you cared about at one point.
If you can't handle no woman who used to be a man, who used to be a gorilla, who used to be a dog, then don't even bother swiping right.
Yeah. Wait, or my favorite. I don't need the first one. They do this whole thing. I'm a work in progress. I am going back to school. I have 13 kids with 13 different dads, but they ain't in the picture. Don't you fucking worry about them. I need time to myself. I just need someone. I don't need a man to take care of me. Next paragraph. You better have your shit together. You better not be living with your mother. You better have your own car.
And a job.
You pay your own bills and pay I want someone to take care of me someday. It's like, which paragraph are you?
No kids.
What?
And then she's like, no kids.
Yeah. You better be ready to be a daddy as well. It's like, we haven't even met. What is this insanity you're writing? You're not writing to your friends on Facebook. This is more of you just fucking putting out all this shit that gets you likes on your social media. And now you're trying to throw it here. I know people always make the statement, it's like back in my day, it was better when you just met someone. Now, yes and no. I mean, because we've all met bad people and good people. But there's nothing better than just seeing someone for the first time going, that seems like somebody I would like to talk to. And then learning about them from them. Instead of watching the trailer, which is the fucking Tinder thing or whatever it is, reading what they think you want to see. Because there's many movies that I thought were going to be shit because the fucking write-up about it was terrible. And then I watched the movie and it was great.
I think my bio is exactly what you're talking about. It's literally just, if you made it this far, I promise I'm a better talker than a looker. No fat chicks.
Most women have that except for the fat chicks part. A lot of that's the big trending thing now. It's like,
they're all ripping me off, Pat.
I would write my bio, but it's too good just for writing it down. You need to learn this story. And you learn it, it's not good. They're not good storytellers.
You said
I always just put, my thing is, I'm like, I will not message you first, but I promise you I'll respond and I'll continue the conversation because I don't shut the fuck up.
I have heard that a time or two.
Yeah.
Ever since you said you had a stand, I've been thinking, my dick's gone soft and I've been why we tried to fuck at all.
Now, when you're doing that, are you doing Dido or Elton John?
Dido.
Yep.
Wouldn't be so bad if my dick wasn't so small. Please remind
Dick, I'm wondering why I can't touch your balls. I would like to lick your crevice and have jizz on my walls.
See, we're killing it, dude. We're a musical podcast now.
If you were a girl, that wouldn't be too bad, but your balls would be too small.
It reminds me, gap my ass, please gap my ass.
Don't let your son go down on me.
Jesus Christ.
If he's under 18, that's considered sodomy. I'm just another gay English man.
It's
dressed like a freak. Oh, I'm losing everything because I committed pedophile adultery.
It's not technically pedophilia if they're 16 years old. It's something else entirely, but you'll still go to jail.
Daniel, that's it.
That's it.
Just go for a boy.
They got him. Yeah. They got him. It's.
Fucking Daniel. I was trying to think about Benny and the Jets. My favorite, and I think I've done this before, one of my favorite things ever is the George Michael Elton John version of the Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, because it's George Michael singing it. And I've always joked about, I don't, if I ever wanted to be famous in life when I was younger, I wanted the level of fame where somebody in the middle of a song could just yell my name and then the crowd would lose their shit because I was there. And he sings the song and he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is Elton John." And they go, "Wow, you fucking freak." And he just comes in, like, it's like they're all like, "Wow." Like, how did you not know he's gonna be there? Like, the second most gay English man of all times is there. If he's there, the fucking leader, the Highlander of gay English, is gonna be there too.
He shall be a homo. He'll blow him a good man. He will suck some
Pedophile
balls.
freedom.
All right, too much Elton John deep cuts.
Philadelphia Freedom is not a deep cut.
I thought you were doing Crocodile Rock.
I remember when boys were young and I'd lick them with my tongue.
Oh, God.
And Susie'd have so much fun.
You lived
Her
your
name
life.
was Phil and she was my son.
You lived your life like a pedo on the run.
It seemed to me you live your life like a child naked. Always open with your balls hanging in my chin. I would
Hold me
have
closer,
fuck you, but
tiny
my dick
boy.
was too big. I couldn't fit in your butthole.
Hold me closer, Shirley Temple.
I've told you that story about that song, right?
No.
Okay, so I think somebody told that before. So I was at a show one time. I think when I start telling you, you're gonna say yeah, but whatever. I was at a show one time. It was a showcase thing that I was hosting at Comics. It was at Foxwoods, and it was like a bringer show back then. Way before Frank did it. It was one I was putting on when I was a house comic there. One of the comedians on the show, a female, she has passed away from cancer. She had cancer at the time, and she'd been doing comedy for a little bit. And she had said to me that she was going to go on stage and do her 5 minutes. And she said she had a ton of people there for her, obviously, because like she had felt like she didn't have many years left. And people were coming out there to basically see her last show. And then she was like, so she's like, "Oh, can I go early on?" I go, "I'd rather put you at the end because it's going to be real hard." And she's like, "Well, I'm going to do some jokes about my cancer and talk about that a lot and kind of like tell people where they can like support." And I go, can you not? I get it. That's your thing, but you're doing 5 fucking minutes. No one can follow what you're talking about. It's going to become this whole thing. It's going to be weird with her. And so she goes, "No, I'll just do my jokes with her." Then she goes up and right away. And her jokes are all about like, they're dirty, but they're cancer. So it's like, you know,
Yeah, I mean, and you can't. Nobody's gonna judge her for that. That's what you're dealing with. It's the biggest.
I go
thing.
down on
Yeah.
my husband and it looks like Pat. He's pointing because I was the host. It looks like Pat's down there because she had a bald head too, and whatever. It's all this whatever shit. And he always wanted me to shave, but he didn't need my hair. It's whatever. But then she does like this 2 or 3 minute thing about battling cancer, and people are like crying in the audience. And I'm like, so I was like, I told them, I said, I'll do a little time, even if they don't laugh at me, so the next person has to deal with that. So, and there was 2 other comics I know that were there for the weekend with me. So, because we're doing the whole weekend and they're kind of standing off watching the show. And they still bring this up to me to this day, both of them, because like I walk up, the crowd is now just like weeping, whatever. All I had to do is just anything and they would have liked me. But of course I can't handle that. As I go to like shake her hand, she embraces me. And we knew each other. We weren't close, but she holds me. And she hands me the mic. I just go, "Hold me closer, girl with cancer." My 2 friends are laughing. You're Ryan Brown going. The rest of the crowd, like they're so fucking mad. Like they were so upset, but I was like so proud of myself. Like on the moment, dude, that was fucking brilliant. Fuck you.
Do you get mad at the fox for chasing the chickens? No. In that moment,
I thought it was
in front of me. I
tremendous.
can't not tap that, guys. Come on.
No, I thought that was tremendous. I'm sorry. Hold me closer, girl with cancer. Like they still bring that up. They're like, "Dude, remember that?" Like, yes, I'll always remember. They're like, every time that song comes on, we're like, "Fucking dude." We usually have some kind of idea what we're doing, but without Greg there, we just went off the rails for a little.
Yeah, we just had a fun one. Late cast, boys cast. Let's go long, man. Let's do 2 hours tonight.
Well, have we even done an hour? I don't even think so.
We're at 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was saying we didn't.
Seconds.
I don't think we're gonna do a long one. I think this might be the one that it's an hour, and we do that. I could do a POS story. I've got stuff.
Yeah, do one, and I'll come up with a bit I had ready to go.
Unless you want to do your bit first.
It's not ready yet.
What you gonna put it in the oven?
I want to do a dab while you read the story.
Oh, you'll like this one though, because you like this.
Everything you read, Pat.
No, but you like this name. Dick Van Dyke, 96, says he's just glad to still be here and grins for the cameras. I don't know if you've seen the pictures. They've been always posting about Dick Van Dyke, 96. He just looks like someone that's 96, fucking just grinning. But it looks like he couldn't even control his face if he had to.
Is that the best stage name ever?
It's if it's not, it's up there.
Because, like, every kid who first gets told about Dick Van Dyke just looks at the person telling him and goes, no, there's no way that's his name.
Now, I was more, I don't know, I thought Dick Butkus was funnier.
That's hilarious.
Because that's also, to me, Dick Van Dyke sounds like you better be an actor. That's an actor name. Dick Butkus, you better be the toughest man in the world. You better be one of the best linebackers of all time because you're Richard, even just being Richard Butkus and not saying you're Dick, you're still Butkus. But then you're Dick Butkus, which is insane. And all that stuff together. Like, that's insanity that the parents were like, we're already Butkus. How about you just don't do Richard? Like, no, he's going to be tough. This is how you toughen up a boy. You make him Dick Butkus.
Tough. Are you going to call him Sue? Way worse than that.
Yeah. Wait, Sue's nothing. And don't even think about that NASCAR driver, Dick Trickle. Don't even think about him. That was also a name where that was a little older then. But Keith Olbermann, every fucking race, every week on SportsCenter would just tell you what place Dick Trickle came in. Like it wouldn't. So they'd be like, Jimmy Johnson won the whatever 400. Dick Trickle came in 43rd. Like he would just so he could say it. I always loved that because he would just tell you the Dick Trickle part
hilarious.
just so he could say Dick Trickle.
Also, Jimmy Johnson.
Is that a racer? I don't even know.
Yeah.
I said it, but I wasn't even sure.
No, that's the football coach because he did the Extends commercials.
No, but I think there's also that one too. He was the Lowe's guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because I worked for Lowe's and we had pictures of him all over the place.
Then Randy Johnson called the big unit.
Yes. Well, when I was a kid, the Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals were really good when I was like 10, 11 years old. And they had a pitcher named Danny Cox. And every time he would come on TV, my dad would be like, stop it. He would just give me that. And like, and UConn had Rudy Gay. I'm like, yeah, I can't. Come on. Everybody was buying Gay jerseys. I think it's hilarious.
I, in fourth grade, was in a class with a kid named Matthew Gay. And even then, I was like, you're going to have a rough, life. People are going to bully you for a long time. And they did.
Yeah, there was a girl in our school named Melanie. Her last name was Face, and her father was a dentist, a doctor named Richard Face. He was Dr. Dick Face.
Oh, God.
That's cool, almost.
Yeah.
Once you put doctor in front of it, it's pretty fucking cool. But you don't want him beating your mouth.
No, you don't.
He was mean to me. Like I have, and this you can do a joke, whatever you want to do with it. All right, Richard Kish, get ready.
Kish.
I have the world's worst gag reflex. Okay, it's like it's awful. Like nothing can go near. Like I've made jokes. I could never be gay. Or I'd be the worst guy because it's a dentist. I'm their nightmare. Even to this age, you try to go near my mouth. I'm like, oh, and I almost start throwing up. I can't handle anything going in my mouth like far at all.
How
I'm
you
just
feel
real
about
bad.
your mouth is how I feel about my butthole.
See, at least I've let things in my mouth.
That's a good point. That is
Richard.
a good point.
Have you even talked to him about doing this, or were you just saying this?
We're just saying it, which is even funnier because
I
he's
know.
going to watch the episode and be like, did they want me to clip stuff?
I love Richard Kish. I think he's one of the supportive, most amazing men in the world, but I really feel like he doesn't watch 1 minute of our episodes and he just reads the thing I wrote and then kind of rewords it and shares it,
And
which
if
I
that's
appreciate.
the case, God love him, but I think he does. But I got to be honest, we got so far from Dick Van Dyke, and I'm so
we're back.
sorry.
We're going to go full circle on Dick Van Dyke. I like that. That's just in better, depending on the age of the person when you say the name, they laugh at one thing or both because Dyke isn't really a thing anymore.
No, we had a Dyke building at Penn State, and I would laugh every time I walked
No
by.
one can hear you now. I know I barely can.
We had a Dyke building at Penn State, and I laughed every time I walked by.
Yeah, but also, but you would laugh and do it. But if you say Dyke now, like my kids don't really, they know it's a term, but not really. You know what I mean? It's not really said as much.
You're telling me your kids didn't do the slut Dyke football snap?
No, I didn't also do the slut Dyke.
Oh
I never
God.
knew that. That's new.
It just made us giggle every time, and then you'd have to run laps
Slut Dyke
instead of hut hike.
Well, I got why.
Okay.
I just meant I never know.
You didn't just yell things?
We did, but not slut Dyke.
I remember my senior year getting our line coach going, "Damn, bro, get over here. What'd you guys just audible on the line?" And we were like, "We said zigger." And he's like, "What does that mean?" And we were like, "Zone to the right." And he's like, "You cannot use that word."
Oh, no.
We weren't saying it. It was with a Z, Pat.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, we were.
I would have yelled zone to the right. No, it's near side. That's why we're saying this to the right.
That's pretty funny.
First of all, who wrote this? Oh, Andrew Court, because I'm mad at the first sentence. Life is truly scrumptious. Now, I know why he did it. Because that's a line from Mary Poppins. I get it, but like you're really reaching because he's 96. He was like in his 20s or early 30s. And I know people know Mary Poppins isn't the one that people are like digging. Like when they remade that, no one gave a fuck. I don't think that one really passed on a test of time because it's just kind of like you can treat your maid like a bitch, but if she has power, she's cool. And then some chimney sweep might fuck her. It's a weird story. Kids just run around free, floating in the ceiling. It's a weird story, but
Rich Banker has a hard time relating to his kids. It's just a story that doesn't relate as much anymore.
That song, so the medicine go down, that the medicine, that thing. Whenever I hear the Darth Vader, right here, it goes here. Let the medicine go down. I don't know why my mind goes to remix and now goes into Mary Poppins, which I don't think the world needs. But at some point, I think also with all the shit that does go on, if Elton John's 2 songs that sacrificed that became Cold Heart went into fucking Rocket Man, then my fucking Darth Vader Mary Poppins remix should be a fucking thing. If that's out there, that's the first time we sue because there's no way anyone else has ever thought that.
The only thing I can think is Robin Williams at some point, just randomly, sporadically putting those 2 things together. Because other than that, no, it's 100% you.
I will put that down for a second because you said Robin Williams. And I think I said in the last podcast with Dan Brown that I was laughing for I was laughing that sorry, I just got a text from someone who I just said thank you for the birthday text and I didn't text them. But I did wish that birthday. No, that's awesome. Either way. So I was talking before yesterday about I was watching Come Town on YouTube and watching the funny different like clips and stuff. And we were going through different things. And my favorite Come Town moment of all times, first of all, I love when they do Robin Williams. It's one of my favorite things Nick Mullen does. But when Nick Mullen was doing Robin Williams and Billy Crystal talking, it's my favorite because he just starts going, nice penis, Billy. Nice penis, Billy. Billy. Nice penis. And I'm just so I played that. We're laughing. And we're going through the end of it. And we're about to go to my like I said, for Father's Day to see my dad and my brother-in-law and everybody else. And we're just hanging out in the house. And right when the car's about to come pick us up, as we're watching the end part, he does the whole thing where he's like, remember the old Robin Williams bit where he's like talking about baseball? Yep. So he's like, third base, and he ends, I forgot he ends like this. As we're turning it up, he just goes, it's the World Series of Billy's penis. We just start laughing so hard. So they start talking, my dad and like my brother-in-law are talking baseball. So me and my kids are just like, there's the World Series. And we're trying not to do that. We're like, oh, third base, Billy. We're just not saying penis. They're like, what voice are you doing? We're like, oh, it's Robin Williams. It's like, oh, I love what bit is that? Like, what's not really?
It's Mullen does, Williams does.
His penis.
Yeah.
I apologize to everyone who's like, you just really do a come down bit. Fuck you. I didn't do a come down bit. I'm acknowledging that they're like that Nick Mullen's my fucking hero or whatever. Fuck off. When we had Frank on, I used to always think about if we were them. I don't know. I like to think of myself as Nick and you as Stavros, but
I also think of myself in that fashion.
I don't think it's body shapes or anything. I just think that's where we go with the things we do. And Frank was a way better fucking Adam, but like still added that weird element.
Adam never quit the podcast.
Because he's a Jew.
I'm just playing.
He's a Jew. Yeah. Earlier you're like, I'm being nice now. That was a thing you said earlier. Anyway,
certain.
it wasn't on the air. That's fine. Dick Van Dyke 96 looked happier than ever as he left lunch with friends in Malibu last Thursday, telling Will Wishers he's just glad to still be here. Now, there's a lot more to this article, and I will read it, but that's the main part I wanted to read. Because, like, what I saw many people sharing this yesterday and today and saying, look at Van Dyke. He's just happy to be here. I go, what's he supposed to answer? And first of all, he's not saying that just out loud. Everyone's going, you look great. You're, oh my God, 96. You look 92. Where all they're doing, when you get to that age, all people are doing is acknowledging you're not dead yet. Over and over and over. They can sugarcoat it all they want till the medicine fucking goes down. There's all they're fucking doing is shoving down your throat. When you get to about 65 on, everyone just goes, oh, you look great. Oh, they're so quick-witted for their age. They're so alert. It's like, it's got to be holy shit. So, like, they go up to him and say, what's he supposed to say? Happy to still be? What's he supposed to go? I wish I would fucking die. Like, imagine how dark that would be. He goes, I've lived 96 fucking years. Do you know everything I've seen? It's fucking insane. We talk on phones and walk around. The Jetsons happened in front of me. Black people are allowed to have the same bathroom as me. That's fucking nuts. My name has never not stopped being funny. I thought that would change. What the fuck? My brother Jerry had a worse career, but a better fucking name. What the actual goddamn fuck? No, he's going to say, yeah, it's good to be here.
He answers interviews like I start off bar shows. So what do you guys think is the best way for me to kill myself without anybody figuring out it was suicide?
Look, if someone's like, who is that man, Mom? Oh, he was in Mary Poppins. What's that? You know, it was this fun little musical thing where he played a chimney sweep. What the fuck is that? Is that even still a job?
Well, don't even worry about that. He also did this real cool thing called a one-man band. What the fuck is that?
He would dance with penguins. Are you on drugs, Mom? I wish. I had to give up drugs to raise you. The Chitty Chitty Bang Bang legend, which, by the way, is whatever I say when anyone with big tits walks into something, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. But like, okay. You were going to say something?
A spoonful of semen makes the medicine go down. That's what
Does
I
it?
had for you. That's what I had.
I would, if you offered me a spoonful of semen to help the medicine, I would just swallow the medicine.
Exactly.
It would help it, but it's not like I'm going to have it as a chaser. It's not a pickleback.
Also, a spoonful of sugar would not help the medicine go down.
Choke you the fuck out.
Yeah. What is it? The movie Dunes in my throat, Mary Poppins? Jesus Christ, he's trying to kill some kids.
And what is the medicine that won't go down? What do you got, a horse pill? Like, if it's penicillin, it's liquid. It should just go to turn them upside down until they try.
Nobody's asking why these kids are taking all these goddamn horse pills, Mary.
First of all, your kid's sick, right? So they're taking medicine, and then you're shoving sugar down their throat as they have the flu.
Hey, Mary, I don't want to throw any accusations out here, but the kids keep saying you're giving them medicine and also that you flew in on a broomstick. So, are you?
You got a bag that doesn't end.
Are you giving my kids Percocet, Mary?
Yeah.
No wonder they think you're the world's greatest babysitter. They're addicted to Oxy.
Just tossing sugar down our throats. It wasn't sugar. That was drugs. It was all it was.
It's fucking fentanyl.
Imagine taking NyQuil and washing it down with Fun Dip. That's what they're fucking talking about.
All right, well, now you're just talking about my Thursday nights.
That's called lean in the black community.
Oh, you got the fun lean, huh?
don't think I'm hip. The Chitty Chitty Bang Bang legend was subsequently seen running errands. I don't think he was.
He wasn't running.
Or doing errands. He's just trying to figure out he's in Malibu. He's like, is this even a thing? Why am I ending my days in Malibu? I'm 96 and I'm Dick Van Dyke. I should not be in Malibu. I should be in a cage. After the lunch date, picking up a bottle of Neutrogena self-tanning spray from a local store.
They didn't need to put that in the article. That's just mean.
But first of all, it's like he has to be so happy there's just paparazzi, but they're only doing it to see if he's alive. When Betty White died, I'm sure the paparazzi just moved over.
He's like, wait, I sense a disturbance in the force.
That must have been imagine that you're like the second oldest celebrity.
Betty.
And then all of a sudden
died.
Betty White dies. You're like, fuck. I was hoping to die before she did. Like, you got to be hoping for that, right?
Oh, God, yeah. Right.
Like, who's after him? Is Jessica Tandy alive?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, she's the fucking old lady. Or how about that old lady that was on the mother of Everybody Loves Raymond? Is that bitch alive?
No, she's gone, right?
I maybe. I confuse her with the mom that was George's mom in Seinfeld sometimes.
Oh, yeah. No, she's definitely still alive.
One of them is.
They're not the same person?
Nope.
Oh, boy.
Yep. The sprightly. Dude, this article's bullshit. The sprightly. What are they even trying to say? He's not full of sprite. He's not fucking dancing around. He's 96 years old. That's once again, that's just being an asshole. Like literally saying the opposite of what someone is because you're like trying to go. I hate when people do that. Like when they see an old man, old woman, and man, they're like, "Oh, look how cute they are." There's nothing cute about a dying thing. When a flower's about to die, we're not like it's beautiful. So why are we like that with old people? I'm not saying you'd be rude about it, but stop saying that's what beautiful is, or they'd be on all the fucking magazine covers, fucking wearing bikinis and shit. They're not. It's not sprightly. It's rude to say that. That's like that's the same thing nowadays when someone's fat and they're like, look how sexy they are. Like, they're not. That's not what sexy is. You can find them attractive, but it's not the definition of the word sexy. This motherfucker's not sprightly.
He's at best alive.
Yeah, at best. And we're not even sure if he is. He could be a hologram at this point. We don't fucking know. The sprightly star dressed casually for the outing, in clothes that he can poop in. That's what it is. By the way, I saw the outfit. It's not casual. He's literally got like a shirt that he looks like he just weighs a pound. He looks like a fucking Nightmare Before Christmas character, like a Tim Burton creation at this point. He's got a crazy ass beard. He's got pants on with no socks, which is like he probably like, what is this? Am I gay now? He looks like he's wearing Old Navy outfit that would be on a mannequin. They just put it on him. So where is he? All right. Clad in a light gray sweater and navy pants.
I hope he's in Malibu filming Malibu's Most Wanted, like a remake starring him, and he's just an old guy.
Or he's playing what's his name older now.
Bradley. B-Ray.
I was thinking of the guy's name.
Oh, my bad.
What's his name?
I don't know. Is the actor's
name. Jimmy Kennedy.
Oh, Kennedy. Jamie Kennedy.
Right, the guy who played Malibu's Most Wanted. That's the guy in Malibu's Most Wanted, right?
I don't know his name.
Okay, I think so.
Sorry. That would make sense. But yeah, like he's 90 out now, still acting black.
I think that he should.
It opens with him at a George Floyd riot. He's using his walker to break down some glass.
You know how a lot of times like a SoundCloud rapper or the clout rappers will always take names that are real close to old names?
Yeah.
If there's not a rapper Dick Van Dyke, that's insane.
Oh, come on. That was a great rap name.
It should be one of the great. It's a terrible old man acting name. It's tremendous rapping.
That's what Sagalo should rap under because he's a dick and he looks like a dyke.
You would love to fucking drop that guy's name.
I do. I love Brendan Sagalo. He's the man.
He added a pair of sensible slip-on shoes and a stylish leather shoulder bag. Now someone's doing like the red carpet breakdown. Imagine he's old and they're just like, look what he's wearing. And think about it. For a guy who's almost 100 wearing a stylish leather shoulder bag, I think they're treating him like whoever dresses Stevie Wonder. Like at that point, they don't know what they're wearing. They're like, you look good in this. He's like, this is a purse. It's not a purse. Why do I have a purse? It's like, that's okay now. What do you mean that's okay now? It's like, you can't, everything, there's no sex anymore. It's like, what? Proving he's still sharp as a tack. By the way, once again, he's not as sharp as a tack.
He's
He was
97.
very sharp. He was a brilliant, quick-witted person. He was a super entertainer. He really was. In the time where you had to do everything, sing, dance, act, fucking just improv out the cuff.
Be
He's
a
amazing.
one-man band like we talked about earlier.
He was incredible. I mean, he really. It's funny to say that. If you want to compare him to what he was, I mean, not the same musical side, but the overall talent. It's Timberlake. Like Timberlake is somebody who would have thrived even more in the Andy Williams days, or the days where you got to do everything, like, you know, the Gene Fred Astaire type days. You could sing, dance, act, have your own fucking variety show. That shit. Dick Van Dyke could do that shit. You know what I mean? He was a big part of the Mary Tyler Moore stuff. Like he was a monster guy. He was quick. He was sharp as a tack then. He's not now. He's a stepped on tack now. He's not a tack at all. He's a paper clip. He's just holding the fuck on. Van Dyke got behind the wheel of his Lexus. Fuck you. He's driving and drove himself home.
No fucking way. 97 years old?
In a Lexus driving.
If
It must be like one of those.
I was going to say, if it was a Tesla autopilot.
I was going to say, was there a tow truck in front of it? Pulling him. The Mary Poppins vet is occasionally seen around Malibu grabbing lunch and hitting the gym with his wife. Oh, we're ready? Ooh, are you ready? You ready?
Oh, yeah.
The Mary Poppins vet is occasionally seen around Malibu grabbing lunch and hitting the gym with his wife, Arlene Silver. Guess Arlene Silver's age.
27.
Well, no, that's ridiculous, but
57.
Too high.
No way. God damn.
50.
Good for Dick Van Dyke.
50.
Good for him.
He's 46 years older. I'm 47. Their age gap is 1 year younger than me.
God, it's good.
And I caught shit because I dated people 15 years younger than me. Fuck you, world.
You should be more like Dick Van Dyke.
Every day. Because you know what? He's doing more than I do. He can drive.
I'll be right back. I can hear you.
Dick Van Dyke is living a way better life than me. Oh, my God. Even they wrote underneath, proving he's still mentally sharp. Van Dyke got behind the wheel of Alexa and drove himself home. Oh my! And they show him behind the wheel. He's putting his Neutrogena into his bag. It's like, what the fuck is going on? They're just very invasive with these pictures. The couple celebrated their 10th wedding, and that means she was 40 and he was 80. Did she even know? Yeah, I guess she did know who he was, because I know who he is, and I'm 47. I mean, you know who he is, Bobby. So it's not like she wouldn't know. But this is their 10th wedding anniversary. So, like, they've been married for 10 years. They probably dated a little time before that. But, like, she was probably 38, if you guess, when they met. So at 38, did someone have to tell, like, did her grandmother have to tell her who Dick Van Dyke was?
You go get pregnant by that man, Sally. He's going to be
I don't think they
rich
have
one day.
children.
You
He was
trap
86
him.
when they got married.
You trap that slow sperm.
Their wedding anniversary in February by going viral with a romantic Valentine's Day video. Are rarely seen without one. I want to see that video. The age-defying actor. He's not age-defying. If you look at him, he looks like the fucking Grinch, but not green. He does. He looks like it was like a white version of the Grinch. It's exactly what he looks like right now. The age-defying actor is famous for keeping fit and healthy in spite. There he goes to work. This motherfucker must have he must have made a bet, because I bet you can put the word spite in a bunch of different ways in this goddamn thing. In spite of his advancing age, telling Closer Weekly that he still hits the gym 3 times a week. That's not good. I mean, that's just, you're barely going.
Yeah.
What else is he doing?
To not die.
I guess. And he's not pumping iron. He's not doing squats. He's just
means
standing
he
there.
hits the gym driving his fucking Lexus because he's
Yeah.
97 years old.
He just walks in and goes, scans his card and leaves.
Oh, I meant he hits it driving. He crashes into it.
Or he goes to the tanning bed with his Neutrogena tanning spray.
Oh, you can't do that to the guy.
I've always been an exerciser and still am. I get in the pool and exercise. At my age, they say to keep moving. Put me on solid ground and I'll start tapping, he declared in 2019. So even the quote they did was 3 fucking years ago.
That's my Parkinson's. Put me on the ground and I tap.
But first of all, That's not working out. Tap dancing is not working out. Yes. Okay. Any dancer out there be like, yes, you do. I mean, like, you don't go to the gym and tap dance.
No, you
what
go
the
to
fuck?
a dance
That
studio.
quote has nothing to do with what he just said. And also, that quote is from 3 years ago.
When he could still talk audibly.
I guess he's not talking because there's no quote from now. He just yelled out, I'm fine.
I'm happy to be alive.
I'm not dead. The picture, holy shit. I should have pulled it up. I can't, you won't see it. It's not going to be clear, but
It looks like Rich Kish.
Kish looks way better. His nipples are out. His nipples are hard in this picture, bro. And it's just 8 versions of that same picture over and over. Meanwhile, the smitten star, he's not smitten. He's 96. He's just holding on. He just married the person that pushes him around the chair.
We call that the Stephen Hawking.
Yeah. What's worse, though?
What's worse?
I'd rather be with Dick Van Dyke than
Oh,
Richard
God,
Hawking.
yeah, at least Stephen
Hawking.
Hawking was talented.
Fuck you.
No, I was just kidding. I was being sarcastic. I would.
That no one has
absolutely be with
ever
Dick Van
said.
Dyke.
No one has ever said Stephen Hawking was sharp as a tack.
Let's see
You
Stephen
what?
Hawking do a one-man band with a
Let's-
bunch of goddamn penguins.
You think Stephen Hawking could have carried a cast that had Ted Knight and Mary Tyler Moore? I'm the only one who could have made a woman a star back then, you fucks. Meanwhile, the smitten star said that much younger Silver also keeps him on his toes. She sucks my cock like nobody's business. When she sucks my dick.
cock tonight.
When she sucks, whenever we have sex, they quoted him as saying, I'm still sharp. I can tap dance anytime I want to.
Tap dance on that ass.
Here's another quote from him. I sometimes forget that we're doing a great experiment here. 46 years difference.
I sometimes forget who I am too, and what
There
day
is-
of the week it is, and why
There is
I'm here.
there is not a time that she forgets. Whenever she has to fucking force feed that fucking moldy gray slinky into her way too young for his dick vag, that's got to be. There's no way she's like just like being with a 40-year-old.
10 years of waiting for him to die.
She must be fucking everybody else.
Oh yeah, he probably knows. He's probably into it.
He's watching like a cock.
Oh, definitely.
He's in the corner. So she just goes, no, it's another Mary Poppins thing. She just draws on the ground with chalk and goes, we're not really here. I'm just fucking a penguin. Well, part of him's black, but and we work to the same extent, he explained. There got to be some understanding. Find out what old habits don't work anymore. It takes some adjusting and fitting in, but that's part of the fun of it. Van Dyke first met Silver at 2007 Screen Actor Guild Award. At the time, he was 81 and she was 35. That makes sense. They were at an acting award. She's an unknown. She's trying to fuck everyone else.
Do you have any casting say in that new Mary Poppins movie?
Hey, Burt Young turned me down. Like, what? Yeah, Paulie from Rocky turned me down. Who's that over there? I think that's Dick Van Dyke. I'm going to go fuck that guy. Van Dyke, okay. Silver spoke with Closer in a separate interview earlier in the year, recalling the moment she first laid eyes on her husband. He said, hi, I'm Dick. The first thing I asked him was, weren't you in Mary Poppins? Like, holy shit. That is the first thing she asked him. I give her credit. She's like, weren't you in a thing I know? We got along immediately as friends, so it didn't feel like he was much older than me, she told the publication. That's not true. You could be, I'm friends with Frank, and every day I remind him how much older he is than me. That's not, just because you're friends, you don't not realize someone's super old. The devoted wife further cooed. He is the most, first of all, she's not the worst looking. I'm seeing a picture of her like from 2007 or 2012. But still, I mean, she's not hot, but way better than she should be for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm on top. The devoted wife further cooed. He's the most perfect human being. I never met anyone so happy, so genuine, so amazing. He's just like a happy pill. Whoa. She has admitted she does drugs.
Definitely.
She's a drug addict that lives off fucking Dyke money.
Nothing wrong with that.
Is the last name Van Dyke or is the middle name Van?
I think it's Van.
No, it's
Dyke.
middle. No, it's last name because Jerry's Van Dyke.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And
you know
then
who Jerry
there's
Van Dyke
Van
is, right?
Wilder. No, I do not.
You ever
I thought you
hear
were
the show?
making a joke earlier.
Oh, you ever hear the show Coach?
Yeah.
The blonde guy, not Dauber, the big one, the other assistant coach.
Okay. All right.
So Craig T. Lloyd, whatever.
The main one.
Not him. The
other
shorter one. That's Jerry Van Dyke. That's Dave Van Dyke's brother.
God, I'd just kill myself.
Why? That was a great show. I loved Coach.
Much better.
I have a Minnesota State Screaming Eagles hat that I wear once in a while.
Oh, well, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous.
Purple ass hat. But the pair were friends for several years before their relationship turned romantic. She was like, I don't know. I got to see if he dies. I said, he's not going to die. All right, fine. I guess I'll fuck this guy. He must have just been like bothering the fuck out of her. Like,
she
why
just
would
kept
you
pushing the buck? Like, if you stay alive for 3 more years, I'll let you fuck me.
Oh, you know what? I was going to say, what's this article about? But here we go. We get the little bit tidbit we wanted. Van Dyke said he was relieved his fans were supportive of the relationship. I thought there'd be an outcry about a gold digger marrying an older man, but no one ever took that attitude. It's like, well, not to you.
No, not to your face.
In their popular anniversary video, the couple showed off their fun-loving relationship by dancing to a cover of the 1958 Doris Day song "Everybody Loves a Lover," performed by Silver's band Arlene and the Fantastics. Oh my God, this woman is trying whatever she can. She has a band that he probably supports. He probably pays for all the equipment. She's fucking the drummer. Oh my,
and
the Fantastics.
We always know there was going to be something. Like we had the head of the Satanic Church on today. He has a band. She has a band. There's always an angle.
I like better. You know that they weren't always Arlene in the Fantastics, but in their mind, because she's with Dave Van Dyke, she's such a big star. They have to be Josie and the Pussycats and not just the Pussycats. So it's and that's the end of the story. Okay. And then the next thing underneath is Honey Boo Boo engaged. Whatever. We're getting off this. Okay.
Ooh. Is she?
I don't want to click it.
Talk about a Van Dyke, huh?
Goddamn clickbait. Is there a point in doing? I think, okay, I can give you options. I'm saying this. You know what the piece of shit in the story is? It's just, I'm going to give options. We just, 2 of us, we don't need to do it. The person that wrote this article. Because this article started with, he's not dead. But that was so boring. We got a recap. It wasn't about the relationship. That's not what it was about. We just got our Dick Van Dyke update, who he's with, what he's doing. This person's trying to get the article in before he dies.
Hey, guys, Dick Van Dyke's still alive, and he's married.
Do you think that was what happened? Like when Betty White died and they started writing a lot of articles about how great she was and the fucking empowerment of women, and then it ran through. They're like, well, now what do we do? Whenever I had nothing to write about, I would write about fucking Betty White. It's like, who else is alive? And they have like a chart and they're going to like a death pool and they're going like, oh, Dick Van Dyke, what's he up to? Holy shit. Did you know he's married to a woman 46 years younger? We didn't fucking, that's insane. He's in Malibu and he's dressed like a metrosexual and he's driving. Holy shit. Oh, and his fucking wife has a band. Dude, you can't write it the way you're saying it. It's going to sound like you're bashing him. No. I'll make it seem like I give a fuck, but it's just going to me go, holy shit. Did you guys know Dick Van Dyke is giving more dick to that Dyke?
That
the way,
was the benefit of the doubt I was going to give him. I feel like he called all of his friends and they were like, no fucking way he's still alive.
Oh, by the way, I didn't even realize that right now until I just said it. So the name of the band, what was it again?
Josie and the Van Dykes.
No, it was Arlene and the Fantastics. I didn't even think about that. How she put the van in there instead of the Fantastics. It's not like he's in the band.
No.
I mean, I get it. Her name's probably now Arlene Van Dyke, even though they didn't say that, but she probably goes by that. So she's Arlene and the Fantastics, but he's got a dick. I bet you she's a Dyke and Van in the middle. That's crazy.
I would have done Arlene and the Van Dykes.
They told us about Mary Poppins. They told us that he was worried she was a gold digger. Like, it's crazy what this article is saying.
No broke, they broke.
So more and more I talk about this, and I was saying he's the piece of shit. The guy is a piece of shit for writing the article, but he's also a legend. Like, if you can be both, like, he's the best piece of shit because I never thought I'd care about Dick Van Dyke. I care more. If someone said to me, I saw Dick Van Dyke on TV right yesterday, I'd go, yeah, he was in Mary Poppins, Mary Tyler Moore Show, whatever. He was an okay actor. I think he's a little overrated. If you say to me today, who's that? I go, dude, he's married to a lady 46 years younger than him, and he's driving at 96. He's driving. That's what I would lead with because of this article. I never knew.
Should we take away Dick Van Dyke's keys?
Why are we just sitting here watching this? He's going to drive into us.
Yeah, he says he crashes in the gym.
There's a
3 times
picture where they
week.
show him in the car with the door. Like the photographer got so invasive. He's literally sitting in the thing. He's trying to put his Neutrogena into the bag, and he's at the wheel, but there's no keys in the sight.
Well, that's good.
I think they were just doing, like, you ever like let a kid sit in the front?
Yes, I was gonna say the same thing. They're letting him pretend like he's driving. There's a real
Right.
gas pedal on the other side.
Maybe they have one of those cars like when you're like going to driving school. It's like
Where
she's got the brake over
instructor's
there.
Got it. Yeah, she can control everything.
You let his dumb foot hit the gas. He ain't going fast.
It's not going far.
So who do you think, piece of shit?
I was gonna say the author until you kind of swayed me. I think he's just a Dick Van Dyke fan, and
I think he's just a fan of fucking young, fucking old. Like,
it's Mary Tyler Moore. Because we mooch off of Mary Tyler Moore, or we like everybody dick sucks Mary Tyler Moore when the real talent was clearly Dick Van Dyke.
yeah, Dick Van Dyke. Does that make him a legend for pulling someone that young?
Yes, in my book it does.
'Cause it's not about, and I know that's weird to say to people, but like, I know everyone can say like there's a gold digger, but you have to go both ways too. Like, you can be a gold digger, and yes, you can go the Anna Nicole Smith thing where it's like he was just rich and just disgusting. Dick Van Dyke is still, like, we're joking, but like still pulling it off and able to pull someone like that. You know what I mean? If he's sharp as attack enough where he can talk, if he's being out and about and driving, we can joke, but he's got enough wherewithal to actually be married. He has to deal with someone who wasn't alive for half his life. Like, the conversations have to be crazy. Like, he's just learning all the time. We talked about learning earlier. You want to talk about a relationship, learning. She's like, what was World War I about? He's like, well, I wasn't there. It's like
segregation about.
Yeah, it's like, seriously. And he's like, what's TikTok? It's like, oh, what's tranny? Like,
they're just explaining their entire relationship is just explaining things to each other.
How fun would that be every day? Every day you pick something new. You're just always like, when you see two people that are both 80 years old, they've been married for since they were like 20. They're married 60 fucking years, and more of their life they're together, not together. There's never going to be an opinion that one has that the other one gives a fuck about, because they give each other their opinions. They form the same one at this point. They have the same fucking mind. The simple fact that every day their discussions about the president, it must be crazy. A 40-something-year-old woman and a 96-year-old white man discussing that shit. His thoughts on Trump against her thoughts against Trump. Because I'm guessing that's the way it went.
If it was the opposite?
It might be.
She's like, shut up, you old bastard. You don't understand. He says what he wants. He tweets mean things. Get over it. And he's like,
fun on Twitter. What the fuck's Twitter? Like,
my good buddy Joe.
Yeah. Joe's not that old. Why do they keep saying he's old?
That young whippersnapper Joe's in there. He'll put him in place.
What the hell is that Vice thing? I don't even know what kind that
We're
is.
not allowed to be proud of being boys anymore.
I don't think he's into the Proud Boys.
He just doesn't know what it means.
I don't even know if that's even at his level. He's still a Hollywood guy. I think he's more like that. Is that Scientology thing still real? I thought that was going to last a couple weeks.
Do you think I should join? Can they Tom Cruise my career? She's like, you're 97. Just die.
Hey, Dick Van Dyke, what's your opinion on the Will Smith, Chris Rock thing? Black on black crime. That's all I'm saying. You shouldn't let those two things
slapping each other.
What was this, the Apollo? Bobby, promote things.
Can I tell you about one thing real quick before we get out
please.
of here?
Yeah, go.
So I use an app called Stash. And it's
Okay,
like
what's
a
it for?
stock
Mustaches?
app. No, it's
It's a
for
mustache
stocks.
app?
It's for stocks. And I had like $318 in it that I had made day trading guns, because whenever there's gun violence, you can make some money on the stock market. So I went to transfer that to my bank account, and the app did it the opposite way. So taking money from my bank account twice. So instead of $300 going from the app to my bank, $600 went from my bank to the app. And I've been fighting with them about it back and forth, and there's a 5-day policy, so I just can't transfer the money back. And I've been melodramatic, lying like, I'm getting hit with overdraft fees every day. I'm not going to have any money by the time you send it back. And they're not caring. And finally, a woman named Allison called and was like, can you rate your customer service experience? And I was like, a 0. And I explained what's going on. And
Yeah, but you don't give a 0.
And she was like, well, obviously it won't be all the money, will it? And I was like, the fact that you don't care makes me hope that like something bad happens to you. And she was
You
like,
always
what?
respond harsh.
She was like, what? I was like, the answer to I don't have any money in my bank account and I'm getting hit with overdraft fees every day, and on your end, well, it won't be all the money. Like, is there a way I can just transfer all my stocks out? And so she told me how to. And she was like, and I hope, let me read the exact things. She said, "Hi, Robert. Happy to help. You can make what's known as an ACAT transfer. If you need any further assistance initiating this, please let me know. Or with anything else, please feel free to get back in touch." And I said, "Thank you. Until then, I'll be panhandling to afford something to eat this week. I hope you and all your co-workers get a very painful form of cancer, although even that wouldn't represent a fraction of the pain that I'm sure you've caused." So then
you hit send on that. You offered cancer.
Oh, Pat, that's just like the first thing. We're not even getting started yet. We got to today, and I was like, it's been 9 days. I need my money. You said it'd be available in 5 days in my account. This is criminal. They respond. They explain what's going on. Somebody says it happened June 14th. I'm like, it literally says June 12th, not June 14th. You're ruining my credit and bankrupting me. Taylor responds and says, there's nothing we can do. I understand your frustration. And then ends with, please let me know if you have any other questions. I said, yes, I have some questions like, where can I beg for money best? How long the human body can go without eating, because we're at 9 days. And do you sleep well at night, or are you riddled with the angst and regret of knowing what miserable, terrible people you are? She responded, I understand this is difficult, and I apologize for the convenience. It'll be available tomorrow. Thank you for your patience and understanding. And then I hit him with, well, I'm sure doing something as useless and meaningless for a living as customer service for a stock exchange app probably makes you feel useless, like you've never accomplished anything or done anything that matters. Let me tell you, you have had a major effect on my life. The financial ruin and stress you have caused me will absolutely end my life early. So thanks. There is a body on your hands. And they haven't responded.
Yeah, well, because no one died.
I was implying I'm going to kill myself.
I know. Oh, no. I got it, but I'm just saying, like, a body. I get it. I know you like to go for the gusto and whatever. You like to have these things. But they're not going to just change it because you're crazy. Are you already given up? Like, they're not going to find any. Because if I was going to try to find any way to get your money back, I'm not now.
Oh, no. I know. Like, I gave up on that point long ago.
Right, but so maybe there was a way.
Well, here's what they said. There's a 5-day hold to keep you from doing that in case if there's any issues or anything. And I was like, I have an issue. Can we do it? And they were like, no, it's like if there's fraud or something. There's nothing we can do. And at that point, I was like, all right, well, gloves are off. Fuck these guys.
Gloves are on. I think the gloves are never on, Bobby. I don't think the gloves have ever been on.
So here's the thing. I work in retail. I'm usually pretty nice. I just like having
You're not.
fun.
We've told all the stories. You're usually not nice. You're conniving. You fucking always have a scheme. You're always trying to undermine any kind of authority whatsoever.
Well, yes, that is
You're
definitely
also trying to make sure customers don't get what they want. No. You're a great man on this show, but at the people? No. Every time you talk to anyone, Grubhub, these people, whatever, you've always mentioned suicide, which is crazy. Like, what if that lady lost her child to suicide? They're already had a tough enough day. They're like, this guy's upset. I don't want to upset this guy. Like, you have a body on your hands.
I so wish she had responded with, my son committed suicide. Then I would have hit the asterisk buttons and said, now there's 2 bodies on your hands. You
lucky.
Suck at mother.
That's what you would have written lucky and then give like a noose emoji.
You suck at being a mother and a customer service.
Oh my God, dude. I hope your kids come out not alive.
That's not nice.
I know. I'm doing what you do. Isn't that fun?
I didn't steal 600 of your
dollars. Just say the worst thing. What are you going to do?
Steal 600 of your dollars.
What are you going to do when you see me? Punch me out of nowhere? That'd be awesome. Oh my God.
No, it
If
wouldn't.
first of all, if either one of those fucking stick figures hit me, then their hand would break. Watch two bitches in heat go. Anyway, what do you have to
I'm
fucking
at
say?
the Mohegan Sun this weekend hosting in the Poconos. Not your Mohegan Sun. Not the nice one. The other one. But
They're
it'll be
both
fun.
nice.
Come out for a good time. If you're in Scranton, Pennsylvania, I promise you there isn't much better to do. So come see me. It'll be a lot of fun.
We just got our July schedule for the radio station, and I wasn't on a lot. They're trying to help me out, but also they're enjoying me. I'm gonna be a lot of weekends radio stationing it up
Hell
now.
yeah.
So like starting wait. Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to them about this. Look at the schedule. They've scheduled me to be on the same time they have me at a fireworks thing.
Ooh.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be a on air thing, but maybe it is. Maybe I'm on
That'd be
the
pretty
air
sick.
there now. I was supposed to just be an appearance, but maybe it is. But either way, I'm going to be doing Saturdays and Sundays for a little bit of a while. But Sundays aren't bad. But saying that, Bobby, for one reason, when we go on the 22nd, which is coming up, it's about a month from now. It's a
Very
month from now.
quickly approaching.
It's a month from now in that show up in Upper State New York. That next day, I have to be on the air at 10 a.m.
That's gonna be awesome.
So, which won't be an issue, whatever. But we have that show. I'm going to be hosting the last comic standing thing on Sunday. I got a couple other shows here and there, not a lot. My schedule is wide open. It wasn't for a while because of all my working. I'm open now. So if somebody wants me to come somewhere and perform, wants me and Bobby to come somewhere and perform for you, anything like that. I did have a penciled in gig with Matt Mead, and maybe I'll put it out here. And then I texted him for like a week, like, "Hey, is that gig happening?" And he's not responding. He still likes all my Facebook posts and everything like that. Maybe he got a new phone number. I don't know.
I'll text him and find out for you.
Maybe you can, because I was texting him and he's not responding, but he's liking all my posts. It's not like that. Obviously there's been no poster or promotion, so I don't think that gig's happening this Saturday or Friday, whatever it is anymore.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was a month and a half ago. He's like, I got this new thing in Connecticut. Pencil in the 25th. I did.
Nothing came.
Still in pencil. But whatever. Wait, this is gonna be weird to say on the air, but that's fine to say. Is he still dating? What's her name?
I believe so, yeah.
Because she is performing on a show literally a mile and a half from my house on Thursday. And if I got nothing going on, I was going to swing by down there and see her and a couple other comics I know at this brewery near my house to go watch the show. So if I see him there, I'll be like, hey, what's up? So it's like, whatever,
awesome.
go watch anyway. So Bad Suds Brewery. So yeah, that down there, this guy Kevin Fitzgerald puts on the shows. They're fun little shows. The last one before the summer. So I figured I'd go, if I'm not doing anything that night, I'll go there. Unless I find an open mic that's worthy, then I won't go. But that's fine. And Wednesday, tomorrow, I'm helping out teach comedy school again. It was the first time in a long time.
Ooh, look at you.
At the Stress
Professor
Factory,
Pat.
there's 3 comics that put on this thing at the Stress Factory, and one of them can't be there. So they reached out to me and was like, hey, would you come fill in? And I'm like, is there money? And they're like, there is
show
some
me
money.
the money.
They're like, there's not a lot, but it's still, listen, I'm struggling. I'll take whatever at this point. But so whatever. Until I start finding new work, whatever you guys can do, go for it.
I'm there.
Yeah, I'll do whatever you can. And it's like, can I put my kidneys on a wish list?
If I have the right type to sell.
But to everybody, listen, if you're on the Patreon right now, yesterday Bobby was mentioning that he wanted to see some more of Dan Brown's animation stuff and was promoting all that. I put a clip of what Dan did of some of my stand-up on the Patreon. So if you get on there now, you can check that out. The audio from Dan is on there. The video will be up there very soon. By the time you're watching this, they'll both be up there. But go over there. We're putting out tons of content. I know other podcasts say they're constantly putting out content. Holy shit, we put out a bunch of content constantly all the time as well. I think a lot of people do that. But we don't hit you up for merch. We just fucking do that. We make jokes for 2 years. We've never sold a thing.
Yeah.
We just ask that once in a while you give us $3 a month to laugh and have a fucking good time and support what we do. And speaking of that, I know we joked at the beginning, but please support Silk City Hot Sauce. They've been awesome. They're wonderful. Jeff is the best. So just go on over. Not even do a whole thing. You want to us talking for it doesn't do it. Go to the website, silkcityhotsauce.com. See the awesome product they have. So cool. I mean, the bottles have fucking tremendous artwork. The fucking fresh vegetables, the work this man puts into his shit, the creativity. We all joke about how he's got a different name for everything. The guy's just making shit after shit for people after people because he loves comedy and loves making hot sauce. He's a family man. He's a great dude. He's been on the show. We're going to have him on again. Just go support him. Yes, use promo code POS, save 15%. But even if you don't, you want to save money.
Jeff,
I don't care what promo code you use. If you want to listen to other podcasts, support Jeff.
Just support Jeff.
And don't support Dick Van Dyke. He's fucking fine.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Fucking killing. Wait, what if she dies first?
That'd be
crazy.
awesome.
Fucking crazy.
Probably gonna OD on those happy bills.
She dies in bed with him.
And I hope you guys OD'd on this episode. If you can't beat him.
No, I hope you don't. No. Stop wishing death on everyone.
If you can't beat him, join him. In death. And don't be a piece of shit.
No.